What? You done lost I thought you... That's what I'm talking about!
Hey, what's going on, guys? Shak-Clips here once again, and today's some crazy clips of the worst couples I can find. And like always, guys, my favorite clip will be at the end, but in this first one, it is absolutely ridiculous. This man allowed his wife to be in an open relationship.
Very important for me, like, I have my husband's approval of the person that is gonna be part of this open marriage. It's just you. And Gino's here and he can hear you, so I'm gonna be here. Just, Gino has some questions for you. So go ahead, Gino.
You'll wear a condom if you have sex with Jasmine.
Yeah, yep, of course.
Well, it doesn't look like he did because she's...
Surprise!
Wow.
Whoa.
You're a victim. Beta!
Yeah, what a beta male simp. This is exactly why you don't do this. I mean, there's many other reasons why you shouldn't, but this is definitely like at the top of the list. What did you expect was gonna happen? The only reason some men allow their wives to be in open relationships is because they think they have no choice to, or else she's gonna leave them.
A 5-year-old man is divorcing his wife after she did this at an Usher concert. Now, Usher's notorious for stopping mid-concert and trying to seduce someone that he finds in the audience. And last night, he picked this married woman, and immediately you can tell it's working. And after doing this for a full minute with her, he eventually took out a pair of cherries and had her do this to them. Now, when the husband saw this clip, he immediately announced online that he's going to be divorcing her, saying that when they're together in public, she's too hesitant to even kiss him, and that he was shocked to see that she was willing to do this with, quote, a complete stranger in front of 20,000 people.
A pot-smoking slut!
Yeah, some women really be risking it for a few moments of stupidity. Like, was this really worth it? Did you get anything out of it? No, but she could definitely tell her friend group about it, and they could talk about it for a good week while she cries alone for the rest of her life.
No.
Me know that's your money, have your money?
How embarrassing.
Now, this was definitely impressive. I'll give him that. He has a lot of strength. But holy crap, this has to be animal cruelty. There has to be a weight limit, or else they shouldn't be riding these animals.
Show us how we eat it.
It's hot.
It's hot.
The most attractive language a man can speak.
Money.
Sensational.
This was exact. Wow. The resemblance is insane.
Now, you said the first one was...
Because men got confused.
Nails.
Yep.
Nails, that's $250.
Yep, $250 to $275.
I don't take the low end, $250. And the hair is what, $4?
Hair, we taking the low end?
Yeah, say the low end.
Let's say $700 for the wig.
Okay.
$500 for the wig. It depends.
Let's do $500.
$500 for the wig.
Okay.
$300 for the install.
What? That's different?
Yes. That does not come with the wig.
Any woman requesting this much from her man doesn't really love that man, because she's trying to also impress him and doesn't want him to leave her. But if she's requesting all the 9 yards, wanting to pay for every single expense in her life, you're her piggy bank, bro, not her lover, and she will replace you with someone else she finds attractive.
A real man ain't gonna sit there and watch his woman struggle to pay bills. Break up with her broke ass and go get you a woman with some money.
Dating in 2025, you gotta ask the question, are you single? Or do you still share a dog with your ex? Single. Are you talking to 10 other people? Single. Are you technically still married? Single. Are you single and not ready to mingle because you're still healing from a breakup? Single. Which one is it?
Yeah, I remember there was one time I was talking to this chick, and I think every single week she brought up her ex, every single time she could, to the point where when she stopped bringing him up, I kind of missed him as well.
You're a victim.
This is what happened, guys. When you decide to go stay with your baby daddy, you decide to go and start fucking with your baby daddy, you decide to be interested in your baby daddy. This is what you get involved with. This is what you get to do. You get to pick up all your shit. You get to go live back with him again. That's where this is. How do you like that? Yep, you have fun with that. You got a lot of shit to fucking take care of.
Yeah, I mean, when you F around, you're definitely gonna find out. This is exactly what happens when you decide to cheat on the only guy giving you somewhere to live. But then again, this guy should also know better and never mess around with a woman who already has a baby daddy or another man recently in her life. Too much drama and too much headache.
What happened to niggas?
that fuck you. TV.
Yeah, I think she thinks that this is a flex, but it's not. You're just exposing yourself for a crime you just committed. And guess where you're going?
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
I know my future baby daddy when I see him.
Listen, I'm all for women shooting their shots and flirting, but this is not flirting. I don't think any man finds this attractive.
Are men and women equal? Actually, women are better than men. What do men bring to the world? Literally nothing. Women, the vibes, just everything.
Everything you know and love. If you look around the entire infrastructure of our nation, our economy, every building you walk into, the way that you are portraying your ideas and opinions is through technology and infrastructure and an economy and a nation that was not only built, but it's still maintained to this day by men.
Did men allow you to have that haircut?
Cool. You taking personal attacks makes me seem like the more intelligent.
Okay, I understand.
Validate your point, not some personal attack because you're losing the argument. Feminism stops whenever it's inconvenient for y'all. By definition, you are delusional if you cannot defend your ideas.
You should go.
I actually don't go to.
Imagine telling your dad this, telling him to his face that he does nothing for you and didn't bring anything to your life or to the world. How would you feel? No, they don't think about that or take that into account because feminists made them even hate their own fathers.
We are the problem because we are unhappy in ourselves and we have an unhealthy relationship with ourselves. That's the very reason that we make our husbands wrong, is that it is a reflection and a projection of how we feel about ourselves on the inside. And we think that we can just show up and we're entitled to show up however we want. And that no matter who we are, no matter how we treat our husbands, no matter what we do to them, that they should always be there and they should be engaged and happy and do the things we want them to do in the relationship. Life doesn't work that way. Again, there are consequences for our behavior. So when you're constantly making your husband wrong.
Yeah, she has a point. I think the real issue with this is social media. The fact that you can literally go on your phone, look at someone else's life, see how happy they are, see the places they're going, and then compare it to your life is so easy. But those who get off social media after they get into healthy relationships are the ones who usually succeed in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know any sane man who's not a simp and the right man would ever date a woman like this. The reality is they wouldn't, and this woman is for the streets.
Then slept with 35. Yeah, you.
That's too much.
Yeah. You've at least been burnt 7 times. It's like to stick they in raw.
What's your limit for someone that you can get into a serious relationship with? 10?
6, 7. I like women who go through it 3-4 years with it. Shows a lot to me in a woman. I don't like women who have 3-4 years a year. You like a to me. That's what we do. A woman has a different perspective and manual than a man, and will be judged different from a man. A lot of those women aren't raised with.
Yeah, if a woman is jumping from guy to guy, never had a real relationship, she doesn't understand what loyalty means or what even commitment is.
Woman claims her $11,000 nose job made her realize she was too good for her husband. As you can see from these before videos, she had a pretty massive nose and she said that she always felt like it held her back in life, and so after talking to her husband, they agreed that she should get an $11,000 nose job. After she got the nose job, she said the results were shocking and she never felt more confident or beautiful. So much so that she said, you know, I'm too good for my husband, and divorced him. Her and her husband have been together for 7 years, and if I was him and was already in love with her the way she was and eventually agreed, you know, hey, if it makes you feel more confident, sure, we'll pay for you to get a nose job, only for her to leave you because of it, I would never recover. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, and make sure to follow if you want to stay up to date with the latest news.
First off, I definitely have to give credit to that surgeon. That guy is not only a surgeon, he's a miracle worker. He completely changed this woman's identity. But on a real note, this really does show that some women only settle for men that they think they can pull. Not because they actually love them, for example, but the moment they think they can do better, they're jumping ship. I've seen a lot of women who lost weight from their partner helping them out lose weight, leave them after they lost weight.
I have never agreed with the if he wanted to, he would. Because you want
want to and you don't. Just because he doesn't do it doesn't mean he doesn't want to do it. And also just because he doesn't do it doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. How about we grow up and we express how we feel loved and communicate with our partner? And maybe that would solve a lot of issues that a lot of relationships face. Your partner cannot read your mind, and what you might want him to do might be different than what he thinks you want him to do if you haven't expressed that to him.
I like this one.
It's not a competition, but if that man had to block you to move on, you win. You win.
Brianna, I gotta give it to you. You have some of the most consistent, horrible takes that I've ever seen on the internet. And like I've made before, it's so crazy to me. For a girl that loves to brag about her boyfriend and say that blocking is such a bad thing, only you could post a picture of your boyfriend proposing to you and then crop your own boyfriend out of the photo of him proposing to you. And then put little squigglies on his face when you make countless videos talking about how awesome your relationship is, but you're too scared to show this, super amazing boyfriend.
Now, some people are saying that this woman is just keeping her relationship private, keeping off social media. But I don't think it's that. I think she knows that if she posted her man, she would probably get a bunch of criticism for how unattractive he is. I guess she's just not proud to have him.
How tall are you?
4'8".
How old are you?
25.
You sure?
I'm sure I have ID.
What's your type?
I like hood niggas. Hood niggas.
Why?
That tote guns and sell drugs like Sexy Red said.
Why?
Because I know they gonna protect me. I can't do no square ass man. Cause baby, if some shit go left, you gonna be scared. I need a nigga that's ready to on go.
You said you like hood niggas. What are you looking for? I don't know.
I need you to protect me. I need you to stand on business. I need you to make that money. I need you to pay the bills.
So what you gonna be doing?
I'm the woman. Like, you want me? You need to be working harder than me. I shouldn't be working harder than you. You the man. My mama never fuck with no nigga that can't take care of her. You need to pay them bills.
Gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, you gotta pay them bills. We not cheap around here.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, what kind of right headspace do you have to be in to literally admit that you'd rather and prefer a criminal over a good guy who works a 9 to 5? This is exactly how I know she had no father in her life, no guidance. She was raised probably by a single mother. Because if she did have a father in her life, of course she wouldn't be saying this garbage. And a lot of women fall into this trap where they think these kind of men are the ones who are husband material, but they end up being single mothers afterwards as well.
One thing women know how to do really good is keeping other women single.
Yeah,
women give other women the most horrible advice ever.
Yeah, I agree.
So that they can be single just like you. They really have a clandestine jealousy for women who are in a relationship. No one's looking for you. You're no man's first choice. You're absolutely no man's first choice. Saying how you don't need no man and how we don't need y'all. What do you mean we, lady? You're only one person. What do you mean we don't need y'all? You are no man's first choice. Stop trying to recruit these young girls and have them recycle your way of thinking to pull them on your side, because these young girls and women that are aligning themselves with the interests of men, they have a chance to go on and have a happy and healthy, fruitful relationship. You don't. But now you're trying to recruit more and more women to come over there and be lonely with your ass.
Yeah, I think the best thing I've seen a woman do before is after she got married, she literally got rid of all those friends who are still single or just got out of relationships, because she knows those friends are going to be spewing garbage into her head for any little problem that couple may have. You don't need to be hearing that. And I think she did the right thing.
Don't make men like they used to. I'm going to say it loud and proud, because tell me why men these days, they don't want to do an oil change. They don't know how to change a tire. They don't know how to do anything. If Google doesn't know, babe, they don't know. Tell me why my dad knows every single thing to do with his hands. I could ask my dad to literally build a bridge for me to get to the other side of the road. That man will do it within 1 hour. You ask a man this day and age, hey, can you tell me how to check my tire pressure? Yeah, let me Google that. What do you mean you have to Google it? Sick of having men that don't know how to literally use their hands.
I mean, the irony in what she is saying. Do you think majority of women know how to cook? I would say they don't. Or do you think a lot of women know how to mop? I don't think they do either. But you don't see men pulling up on the internet complaining about this.
A little present of a car that I can drive.
Do you say you hate men?
I hate the patriarchy. There's a lot of really good men.
Judd?
Answer the question.
Do I hate men? No.
That's a lie.
Lies, lies, lies.
Yeah, once again, back to my point, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but imagine telling your father this to his face that you hate men.
Is this someone that's your type?
Hell no.
Okay. Well, okay, well, let's go.
It wasn't no disrespect to you. I didn't say nothing about you. You said, was you my type?
You
I
just
said,
coming disrespectful left and right. You gonna get all the balloons popped out here.
all the balloons get popped. That's fine. I'm not looking for you. I'm not looking for her in a race car suit. I'm not looking for her in a jail sweater
not
that
looking
just
for
got
you,
out.
period.
She looked like they just released her from San Quentin. I'm not looking for none of y'all.
We ain't looking for you.
I'm not looking for you. You got the heavy knees with the big boots. We not looking for you. So I wasn't even gonna go there, but you had to go there. Baby, you worried about me, worried about your health. Again, we're done. This concludes this segment of my part. Thank you.
Grow up. That's all I'll say about that. Grow up.
Hey, slim down.
Grow up.
Slim down.
Grow up.
Slim down.
This man really came out just throwing shots at everyone, but on a real note, they'll be going on a popping balloon show not expecting to get rejected or get criticized, to be honest. That's what they're there for. This entire thing is for entertainment. So if you're taking everything too personally, this show isn't for you.
To have a baby, why wouldn't you think that it's your kid once I do get pregnant?
DNA test done, and check that woman's phone if you can, because I don't care what kind of lies or tricks she tries pulling, she could still be lying.
I said, let me know if you want to talk on stream to tell your side of the story. She said, hi, thank you for reaching out. I'm definitely interested in collaborating with you. However, I'd appreciate it if we could discuss compensation for my time and my contributions. Nah. She moving like Kim.
I'm not sure if you guys recall this clip, but essentially this girlfriend hopped on stage with a celebrity, did disgusting things with him, and her boyfriend left her for it. She ended up getting a lot of clout after this, but she thought she's gonna get famous and decided to pull the strings, thinking that she can make a bag for popping up on stream. She is delusional.
Now this is what happens after you die. No matter how rich you get in life, no matter how hard you work, when you die, you lose everything. You cannot take any of this with you. Just remember, everyone, regardless of your status, memories mean more than possessions, because when you go, you cannot take any of this with you.
Now I really want to add in this clip to let everyone know that this materialistic lifestyle that is sold to you guys, that people are constantly chasing, wasting their lives for, will at the end of the day be given to someone else or be thrown away entirely. This is exactly why OnlyFans, destroying your reputation, and getting rid of your morals is the dumbest thing you can do, because you can't bring that with you.
Oh! I thought you wanted red. What?
You know, lost
I thought you.
You better clean up all this
No,
mess.
Dion, that's too much.
You better clean up all this mess. You better clean up all this mess, though.
That's crazy.
You better clean all that mess up.
What? You do too much. You do a little too much.
Hurry up and clean all that up.
Nah, this woman deserved every single second of that. What did you expect was gonna happen? This is exactly why, once again, social media is just stupid. Bringing social media couples pranks to one another is just stupid. Something dumb is gonna happen. And doing this all for clicks and views, I mean, come on. Problems are gonna happen. And I don't think this was funny, I just think you just pissed him off. But that is just my opinion, guys. We gotta just wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys do want more content just like this, click the videos you guys see at the top screen. It is much not a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.